bag ready. I'm sorry, can I use the bag?
Why the fuck do you disturb me?
Hey, I don't...
Hey, you see I'm training here!
An important thing to consider for self-defense is not only how to protect yourself, but also other people. In this case, I'm here with my girlfriend, and the subject of this is couple self-defense. As a guy being physically superior, it's your duty, I think, to protect your woman. But even as a martial artist in general, if you're able to, you should try and protect your friends. The key thing is you don't want to have to plan things when you're in trouble and dealing with the situation. You want to have some kind of agreement in advance, and it's important to communicate with your partner and have some tactics. Now, you always want to consider the context. So in the opening scene, the guy was obviously hostile towards me, but my partner was still around, and her safety is a top priority. So I need to make sure I know where she is located at all times, and we're gonna cover how to do that in just a moment. Another situation might be someone's trying to grab her, and then that actually offers you the chance, because he's distracted focusing on her, then that's an opening for you to attack him. And then as soon as possible, just make an exit, because that's always the primary concern, to get away safely. And you always need to be mindful of your exits. So in this case, actually, while we're recording, there's an open door, which you can see just down there. So always scan your environment and make sure you know where the exit is. Anyways, for the most part, if you're in a situation where there might be a lot of people around and there might be multiple threats, then you want to know where your girlfriend is, or even your friends if it's someone you hang around with often and might end up in this kind of situation with. So we've already made our plans. So if someone is to threaten us, then she's gonna step in behind me. But as you can see here with the camera, she's also gonna place her hand. Now this lets me know at all times where she's located, and a fight is a dynamic situation, so if I move in or something and I don't know where she is, then she needs to again let me know. And if we end up on the ground or something, then of course she doesn't want to get down there, but then she has the chance to pick up her phone and call the police or something. But it's just important for me that I can focus entirely on the threats and that my partner is cooperating, so I know that she's protected. Now, it may be a different kind of situation, so this is the primary tactic. If it's a situation where there's a lot of people around, and the other tactic is if it's more of an isolated threat, which you can only know if there's not a lot of people around. Let's say you're walking down a dark alley and you suddenly see this threat in front of you, then it would be ill-advised for me to simply think of protecting her and not taking advantage of the fact that we're two people. So the idea would be for me to defend and fight and do whatever I can, but for her to safely come around the guy, not going too near, and we're gonna show this in demonstration in just a moment, but she's gonna come from behind and attack the guy. So if he turns towards her, then that means he's turned his back towards me, then I can go for the choke or bring him to the ground or whatever it may be. Now, let's check out these two tactics for these two different situations in action. Now, I know this place is completely empty right now, but the first thing we're going to demonstrate is in case there's a lot of people around and you may not know who might get involved in the fight. So in that case, you want to make sure you know at all times where the one you're protecting is located, and you don't want to team up, which we're going to show next. But first, this one for a situation with lots of people around and just focusing on keeping everything as simple as possible. Hey, I don't want to...